champion, my friend. Oh, hello. I've been polishing up some of my many old awards. If you're like me, you have put your many awards away in a box and not really looked at them very much. But today we're going to get out those awards and achievements and experiences and polish them off. The reason why we're going to be focusing on your old awards is to write a project called the Bragalog. Bragalog is a made-up word that combines brag, to talk about yourself and the many good things you've done, with monologue, a short speech that one person says. By combining brag and monologue, the Bragalog is a short piece of writing that nobody sees but you, but many people hear it. You might recite your Bragalog when you go to a job interview, or it might come up in a party when you're just sitting around and talking about what it is that you do. The Bragalog is going to be a short piece of writing in this class. It won't be longer than just a page or so, 1/2 to 1 page, double spaced. And you're going to talk about the experiences that you've had that relate to your professional life. For example, if I was writing a Bragalog about my experience with running, I would include some of my medals that I got for running. But if I was assembling a Bragalog that was focused more on academic experiences, then I would include medals that had to do with my academic life. Similarly, for your Bragalog, you're going to want to focus on just one or maybe 2 parts of your professional and academic life. So if you're writing about being a really good runner and you want to be a running coach, you'll talk about all the many races that you've run and how you've done so well in all of those races. All of your race medals are going to be described in your Bragalog. A Bragalog is something that you're going to write out and think about so that it's easier for you to speak. Many people have a difficult time talking about themselves. It can be easier or less intimidating to write about yourself first, so you can edit and change what you're going to say about yourself before you have to say it. In many cultures, it's uncomfortable to talk about yourself. Even in the United States, there are some cultures that say things like, "Don't toot your own horn," which means don't talk about yourself or about your accomplishments. But instead of not tooting your own horn, many people actually need to describe what it is that makes them special, especially when you're applying for a job. If you come from a culture where describing your own accomplishments or bragging is looked down upon, you might want to take several drafts of this Bragalog. Write down the things that you're most proud of. Then make sentences out of those things that you're proud of. Finally, show your Bragalog to somebody else, maybe a good friend or family member who won't judge you for talking about yourself so much. Ask them if this is the way that they would describe you and your accomplishments. Sometimes it's easier to talk about other people than about ourselves. So think about it from the perspective of your friend or family member. Is this how you would talk about your friend? As you work on your Bragalog, continue to think about how this applies to your professional direction. You may not have a lot of experience in the way that you want to go with your career, but you can still talk about your particular achievements and accomplishments. Because when it comes down to a job interview, you need to be confident and you need to be assured that you are the champion.